Join me as I tour New York City, part 2. Boots on the ground, literally, because the South got something to say. Here's me and my homegirl snapping some pictures to stamp our experience on this subway, because that was one and done for me, baby. Never again. I am not feeling it, but I did get some cute shots. Now we're on our way to our first stop of the day, which is the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, you know, the first thing I thought of was how Didi had them folks walking this bridge to get him some cheesecake. Well, bye. I would have told his ass to kick rocks. Anyway, the Brooklyn Bridge was super nice. Honey, as soon as we stepped foot on the bridge, Alejandro was snapping photos. Do you hear me? Snapping. One thing about New York City got 1,001 photographers on site immediately. My boy had me striking poses. He was my whole creative director, honey, and it was so fun. I had a great time. Had me breaking a sweat, too. We spent a little time taking in the scenery, and now it's off to our next stop, the 9/11 Museum. This had to be one of our most impactful visits and tourist spot was the 9/11 Memorial. The memorial was so beautiful, so breathtaking, just, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words, but I can appreciate how they honored the victims of the 9/11. As we make our way in, they take us through this auditorium. This was one of the spots that we couldn't record. Then we head out to the other parts of the museum. This area is where they recorded live calls and people's live reactions when the Twin Towers was hit. They preserved so many parts of the tower in the attack and made art out of it. I think that was something that I was just so impressed by. Like, look at God's people. This is the actual impact of the plane. And then you have a before picture and after picture. These are all the victims that they never found that went missing. These are actual steps from the original building and the antenna that stood at the top of one of the towers. Here's one of the fire trucks that was damaged during the rescue. May God bless all the heroes that was on the ground that day. Here's memorial bikes for people that lost their loved ones. Again, I am amazed at how much they preserved and just made art out of chaos, like out of an attack. They literally made art out of such a terrible experience. After the 9/11 museum, it was time for us to grab something to eat. Because one thing we gonna do is eat. So we found this nice little Italian restaurant called Italy. And got us some wine, got us a nice little view, and a handmade pizza. It was delicioso. We chowed down and headed to our third stop, Ellis Island. Did I mention my homegirl planned this all out? Honey, we get on this ferry. It starts raining and it's cold, but we had to go see my girl, Miss Lady Liberty. Look at her. My girl B done lit her blunt with the flame from Miss Lady Liberty in one of her visuals, and I was loving all the pettiness. But when we got on this ferry, honey, we got to the island, and that line was stupid long. Again, I'm from the South, love. We don't do them lines, so we turned our ass right back around, took a whole round trip back to New York City, and got ready for this show. We had to get back to our rooms and settle up and get information. See you at the show.